It's amazing how many steps
Deep into that darkness peered.
I have to take.
Long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting.
What's this video? Right. Oh, the Star Wars races? Yeah, I love that. It's amazing how many steps I have to take just to get into the virtual console on the Wii. I have to, and I don't have a sensor bar on the Wii because mine crapped out, right? So I'm not using the sensor bar from the Wii U on it because I'm not switching ports every single time. It gets annoying. So what I have to do is I have to have a classic controller plugged into a Wiimote. Turn the Wiimote on, press A with the Wiimote on that one screen. Won't work with the classic controller. Then with the classic controller, I have to move over to the fucking console menu, press the A button, because I don't have a sensor bar, and then it loads the GameCube menu, in which case I then have to use the GameCube controller. How does the sensor bar crap out? I don't know, actually. I think the cord got chewed. It just stopped working. Maybe the cord just, like... I think... someone tripped over it and it just stopped, like, working. It stopped registering it. It's literally just 4 LEDs. Oh. I can't really explain it. It just doesn't work anymore. So I only have one sensor bar. The struggle is real, Reg, yeah. Imagine using candles as a sensor bar. What am I gonna do? Every time I want to boot up the GameCube menu from the virtual console, or the virtual GameCube thing from the Wii, I have to light 2 candles. That sounds very convenient, guys. Excellent suggestion. Original GameCube for GameCube, and plus you can use GameCube extensions. Well, that's a good point. I still have my WiiWare on my Wii, though. Use GameCube for GameCube. I think I still have my GameCube. I'm not actually entirely sure at this moment. Wow, that solves all my problems. I have to look into that. Anyway, sorry to yawn. Game's a bit dark, which I know is the intended effect, but let's just, I just like to do that. Okay, so we have to get rid of that barrier, which gets rid of barriers. No, it's not green. Blue is the one that defeats red. Necklec. Just a page floating. Magical windows fade away. A piece of the parchment the maiden was holding is left behind. Floating in midair appears to be a chapter page. Should Alex retrieve the chapter page? So many Pargons. Pargon is the power rune, so it just powers up a spell. And when you can use that many Pargons, this is the result.
I am not your food today. I am your master. Your task is to guard the artifact before you. Let no one touch it.
Well, we should get started then.
In Europe, during the time of the Inquisition, paranoia and corruption ran deep. With the fear of devilry running rampant, the ancients' corruption extended far beyond mortal knowledge, corrupting all that could be corrupted. My researches uncovered an interesting incident. A Franciscan monk named Paul Luther was traveling through the region of Amiens during the witch hunts of the Inquisition. Now, under martial law, the Inquisition prevented anyone from leaving the town and its nearby cathedral, for everyone was suspect.
Welcome to Oublier Cathedral, Brother Luther.
Very trustworthy man.
Glad
This
that
one.
our sacred order can bestow hospitality on our Franciscan brethren.
I shall not impose, Excellency. I merely request lodging and a viewing of the sacred relic, the Hand of Jude.
Many have traveled far and even risked their lives for a glimpse of the hallowed relic's true splendor. Of course, it would be wise to keep quiet during your stay. The Inquisition is here for a reason, brother. We seek to purge the deviancy from this town.
I am sure that will not be a problem. Amiens appears to be a peaceful hamlet.
It appears to be, but deviancy is secreted in the most deceptive places, which I believe is the case with Amiens.
Then I wish you luck in your search.
The Inquisition does not need luck, Brother Luther. Faith and purity are our guides.
God, I love this shit. Blasphemy, heresy, the Inquisition. Well, you don't really love the Inquisition, but you don't expect it at the very least. Now, I like this chapter a lot. I like all the medieval chapters. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to request that you guys do the same, I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit. I'm going to turn my lights out. Right? So let's just let's soak it in, you know? This is a night to celebrate this kind of bullshit. And that's what I'm here for. So lights are out. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Every cathedral around this time had a relic. People would come see a relic, you know. The Hand of Jude. The Eye of Peter. The toenail of Christ. And the best part about, like, religion is you don't have to believe, you know, you just take the word for it. If it's a toenail of Christ, it could just be like anyone's toenail. Custodian's task. A thick braided rope serves to ring the church bell. Usually it is the custodian's task to ring the bell at appropriate times. Perhaps he will be along later to ring it. Hand of Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it Kermit. Remember. The Holy Lizard of Jesus Christ. That is the best holy relic. Guys, we're joking around about this, but what a fucked up time in human history. The Inquisition. Like, this was religious corruption at its height, really. so many horrible, horrible things happened, and humanity was set back so much.
For the love of God! God! Help! Come quickly!
A murder! A murder most foul! What heresy is this?
I found him lying here, dead. I called the guards.
Is this our first suspect? Make sure no one touches the body. It must be examined for signs of devilry. As for this man, make sure he doesn't leave the cathedral. We will question him later.
But...
Hold your tongue, Franciscan, or it might bring my wrath upon thee. Who is to say that you did not commit this murder? If you trust in the Almighty, and you are indeed innocent, then you will have nothing to fear.
My God. I almost, Anon 3789, I just want you to know I read your post. I almost completely agree with you. Almost. But a lot of... It's become a lot easier to not be, you know, a religion. Like, during the Inquisition, they fucking forced you. I mean, granted, I don't think it's right for a child to be forced into a religion without them fully understanding what it means. You know, like I was and many, many other people were and are. If you love the religion you were born into, that's a bonus. That's great. I don't, you know, I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual, right? Isn't that right, Ed? But I feel every time someone's born and they're just like here, you have to be this. That's not cool. But we've come a long way since the Inquisition. So that's where I disagree with you. The painting captures Paul's attention. A small emerald disguised as part of the painting glints in the candlelight, as though it has some value beyond being a precious gem. Should Paul try to retrieve the emerald?
Are you here to pass sentence on me?
No, I'm here to free you. You are in incredible danger. This cathedral used to be a place of peace. Now many strange things happen here. I don't want you to end up like the others.
What do you mean?
The body you found was Brother Andrew, and he was killed to protect a secret. We can't talk about it here. Find me in the bell tower later, and I shall aid thee further.
Why are you releasing me?
I don't want to see another innocent die like your Franciscan brethren. I have seen Brother Andrew make numerous entries into his journal. This may contain the answers to the cathedral's dark secrets.
What can I do?
If I were you, I'd run.
They will surely hunt me if I run. This has to stop.
That's Colonel Campbell's voice,
Be
isn't
it
it?
on your own head, Luther. Find Brother Andrew's journals if you can. He spent time in the old tower investigating. I believe I can find the key to the old tower in one of my stores. Later, come find me in the bell tower, and I will give it to you. Be swift. We can't evade them forever.
Framed fragment of written verse. It is in Latin and makes references mostly to diabolical entities, how man is dominated by them if he strays from the rights of protection. Somber portrait of a monk stares icily from the wall. Something about those grim staring eyes sparks doubt and suspicion in Paul. Is this the face of a holy man? It's like when you look at the previous pope and you don't think to yourself initially, this is a man who is holy. You know, that's not a face that says piety and peace. It says fucking dark side of the Force. Punch the Mantarok zombie. Okay, now he knows shit's going down. You don't walk into a situation and see a fucking zombie. Paul's nervous about ringing the bell, fearing his own capture. It's custodian's task to ring the bell. Perhaps he will be by later to ring it. Should Paul ring the bell anyway? Yes.
Ah, Brother Luther, not a moment too soon. As you have noticed, dread things inhabit this place. Shambling corpses, and worse.
There is darkness at work here, in the midst of the Inquisition.
I suspect it is worse than that, but I have no proof. Brother Andrew knew this also, and paid the price for it.
Why are you telling me this?
Perhaps you can finish off what Andrew started. Take this key. It unlocks the old tower. It has been sealed off since the Inquisition arrived.
I intend to uncover the truth behind this.
If you manage to uncover the source of darkness, return here. I will do everything I can to help. Till then, brother, may your faith protect you.
Against zombies? In the game, they constantly hint at how many of the screwed up events in human history were influenced by the three ancients. You know, there are some people that believe that our history was influenced anyway, you know, by secret societies, by entities, by reptilians, aliens, the Anunnaki. I know about all of these things. Do I believe any of it? That's a whole different question. But there are people that do believe that our history has been influenced. David Icke can tell you quite a bit about this. I've become much more skeptical in my older years, but I absolutely 100% believe that secret societies have had some influence over human history. It's without a doubt. It's to what extent that I find interesting. That's the real question. But the thing I like about this game is that all of these questions, all of these horrible, horrible things that have happened, the game pretty much just explains it away by it's the ancients. So it's kind of fun. The altar is bereft of... How do you pronounce bereft? That's how I've always said it. Of holy adornment. No crucifix, no Bible, no sacrament of any kind. Paul is disturbed by the sight. What faith does the order practice? Wizardry. Playing the organ is a daunting challenge for someone like Paul, who has no musical talent. Paul could probably play the organ if there was some music to play.
Bereft of life, it has ceased to be. It is an ex-parent.
Leather-bound book. The Book of Relinqueries. This is the forgeries of the Relinqueries, dating back to the late 13th century. Exquisitely illuminated and bound with hard leather, it reads, "Doubtless, many obscure orders requiring more income than can be garnered from the tithe resorted to forging ancient relics to bring people from outside their region to their diocese, and thus become more lucrative." Alright, didn't I say this earlier? While it could be said that a false hope is still hope, relics such as Cuthbert's jawbone, the hand of Jude, and the infamous thigh-bone flute of Connaught, while being forgeries, deceive the righteous unjustly. Their existence as true relics is the utmost heresy. And that is, I'm not even kidding, that's shit that really happened. The personal effects of a priest are scattered across the shelves: rosary beads, a crucifix, a variety of other small holy items. Paul believes they must have been Brother Andrew's. This was Brother Andrew's quarters. It's the only one that probably had any kind of, like, true religious artifacts in this damnable place. Nah. The bellows mechanism supplies the organ upstairs with air. Requires an expert hand and attention to keep it in working order. A steel mace is mounted. Okay, that's good. Vinny, please become a voice actor already. I would enjoy that. I would certainly give it my best shot. I just, like, who do you get in touch with for that to happen, you know? Like, is there a voice actor master? The cathedral's tabernacle is fashioned from aged, varnished mahogany. Its doors are closed and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening them manually. How about like this? No. Door to the old tower is locked. We just so happen to have the old tower key. Look at how little Paul's health is, you know, compared to some of the other characters. Compared to some of the other characters, Paul Luther is a weakling. Now, he's got a lot of magic. But, yeah, his health is shit. His speed is shit. I mean, he's a monk. He's not a very physical person. Yapi is only in the Cambodian temple. Scroll of H paper sits here. Shield spell. Yes, that will help. Yeah, but this cathedral, Anthony's chapter in the beginning of the game, that's, this is where it was. There's Anthony. So, just for the record, Paul Luther's voice actor is the Colonel, and Anthony's voice actor is Liquid Snake. Shield around me. Shield will definitely come in handy. I like how they just left him in here all these years.
Is it really happening?
You may rest now, my zombie son. If you guys want to know what this cathedral would look like today, like modern version of this, oh god. Nah, see you later, dude. I gotta save. You should watch the Shadow of Eternals demo on YouTube. Just type in Shadow of the Eternals demo. That's really all you need to do. And you will... yeah, you'll see it. Now, it's a spiritual sequel. It's not really a sequel. But, and they are working on it. It's been announced, I guess, just today, really, that, I think it was today, that they're still working on it. But this particular cathedral, or like a more modern version of it, was featured in that demo. Save and then check on that painting in the first room now that your sanity is low. Not that. Okay, it's pretty low. Alright. Let's go do that. Oh, I need the sanity threshold. I'm not quite there yet. I'll check it again. When I head back that way, I'll check it again, don't worry. You found a centipede buddy on the ground. That's nice. That's good. Don't you love that? And it's like, it's almost winter, too. These things should be dying by now. Sheet of music. Bewildering array of books and tomes. Mostly books of religious nature awaiting scholars such as Paul to pursue their content. A little sheet of tattered paper covered with scrawls of ink. Suppose it is understandable that they will not show me the hand of Jude on such little notice, but I must confess that the preparations they make are most unusual. No acts of consecration, no daily prayer or worship are demonstrated by this strange order. One wonders if they are not holy at all, let alone being under the auspices of the Grand Inquisition. Perhaps it is my naivete of our faith. There are many practices associated with it, and they differ greatly from region to region. Perhaps Amiens is merely more eccentric than others. Peruse, not pursue their contents. Peruse. I like how that whole chapel was just totally cut off. Like that whole chapel, they just wanted to hide the whole thing. Hearing like double footsteps. Podium drawer. It's locked. Tabernacle is almost empty. There are none of the things that should be there, such as holy water and other ritualistic items. Only a circle of power is lying on the shelf. I can cast more powerful spells now. Bankarok and Santek. So what I can do is new spell, 5. I'll do Mentorok. Bankarok and Santek. And then I'll just add Pargons to it. Oh, I don't have Pargons yet. Never mind. Can't use that yet. The fuck? What the fuck? A film and television side. We've got a lot more going on. We're not ready to talk about yet. Yeah, I read that the people from Shadow of the Eternals were looking into television and film. But I don't know. Is that really gonna work out? Wow, did you just quote Bruce? Did you just quote Monty Python's album? And now, John Denver being choked to death, or whatever it was. You came on my pillow. Wait, was that in the autopilot? I think I did put that in the autopilot. So if that's the case, I shouldn't be surprised. Monty Python. John Denver.
And now the sound of John Denver being strangled.
You came on my pillow. You came on my pillow.
I like how Paul Luther just started screaming just before that could happen. I think I missed the diary page. Still don't have enough evidence. Okay, now, alright. No, it wasn't from a Monty Python movie. You should watch the movies, though. That, in fact, was from one of their albums. I think it was Matching Tie and Hanky. Maybe? Okay, so I've done all this already. We're gonna go this way. Alright, we're gonna go back to his brother Andrew's quarters and see if we can find more of his diary entries and shit. Then there's this over here. This is locked, isn't it?
This isn't really happening!
Oh wait, no. Okay, got a crossbow. Rack carries robes and cloaks for ceremonial use. Paul draws the robes back. Something tumbles from inside. There we go. There's the podium key. A woodcut depicting the effects of a plague. The spirit of death incarnate casts final judgment over a wealth of victims. It's nice to have in a church. So is this. The woodcut shows an act of blasphemy. A host of demons prey upon humans like they were playthings. Disembowelment by mocking demons. Eaten or tortured by other carnal deviant acts. Fucking Christ almighty. This church... It's like the church I grew up with. It's just how I remember church, actually. An act of blasphemy. I don't know why that's funny to me.
Dear Diary,
I have finally arrived at Amiens. My pilgrimage to see the hand of Jude draws to a close. Cannot wait to lay eyes upon the sacred relic. My journey here has been arduous, and it shall be good to relax for a while in this peaceful village. Amiens is full of good people, strong in their faith and their role in our world. If the blight of witchcraft is present in this world, then I doubt it is in Amiens. Or Amiens. I don't know how to say that properly, but that's fine. It's good enough. Yeah, I mean, this is a very nice place. I agree. First impressions are very important, so maybe this is a very beautiful place. A torch would be pretty useful right about now. Spartan bed shows how the Order treats its visitors. No sign of the Order's own quarters, and this chills Paul to the bone. The only man that doesn't need a bed is the dead one. I just realized that my character was getting huge. He was bigger than the doorway, and I didn't even consider. I was like, oh, that's normal. Well, Paul breaks pretty easily. Knocking on this cask results in a hollow thud. It's empty. But why when all others are filled with maturing wine? Should Paul turn the barrel's spigot? Plot thickens. Imagine seeing this lovely nope. Just a nice nope. That wasn't a reload. Come on, just a few more. Oh, fuck. Gotcha. Found the sapphire. Pedestal, 3 small indentations adorning its top, arranged in circular formation. Hidden in the alcoves of this mausoleum lie the remains of departed monks. Some have turned to dust, others have grotesquely withered, leaving husks of bone and leathery skin. This is a holy place. Before I go any further, I want to try something out. I just want to become very small for a second. Is that so much to ask for?
What's going on here?
Now, what painting was the one that was fucked up? Okay, I'm on the ceiling. I don't want to be on the ceiling. Please stop.
This can't be happening!
This one. Oh my god. Look at that. They turn into demons. All of the paintings? Okay. Some nice Dutch angles going on here. Okay, what other creepy paintings are around? No, there's some in this room. No. Paul is shocked by the sight of this portrait. A grinning corpse, bedecked in the habit of a monk, icily stares from the canvas. Was this death, or another one of the cathedral's blasphemies? Worth it. Worth it to see the skeleton. Again, this is very, very common for the Inquisition. See, moments like this are when the sword is more useful. Heal. I'm going to put shield over there. Are the sanity effects randomized? Yes. Some of them take place in specific areas, but mostly, they're mostly randomized, even in those specific areas. Remember this guy? I like how there's never a description for this. It's just there. It just is. It just is. Vladimir Putin looking at people's genitals. I believe blue will win this fight. Because blue beats red traditionally. Yep. Now I can just clean up. I gotta enchant though. Make this a little bit easier on myself. An effigy of the monk reclining on a sacrificial altar. A deep groove bisects its chest. The monk's face looks almost exactly like the custodian. Its inscription reads, "Only when thy friend is sacrificed, when his cries fill the air, will the great doors be open to thee." Oh, okay. Do I have to kill my friend? I like when my sword attacks whisper at me. Further proof of the heresy within this dark cathedral. A table bears arcane documents. Diagrams and sigils pertaining to demonic craft are scattered across the recently used table. Documents and treatments of the demonic arts. Paul daren't touch them for fear of the taint of evil. Shelf appears to be recessed into the wall, not quite as flush as the others in the room, almost like it could slide inward. Adding Pargon runes, you can be powered up. Okay, finally we have Pargon. That means I can go like this. I can go new spell. I can go... Well, we'll do Chaturga, just... We'll do Protect, Self, and we'll add Pargons to it. So now we go to Spell List, and we go to Shield, Cast... See, now there's all like 5 of them instead of 3. So yeah, it just powers up spells really nicely. Torn diary page has been placed on the shrine. Brother Andrew made it this far. With a shudder, my heart turned to ice. I came to the brutal realization that the entire order were heretics, and that I was in incredible jeopardy. Who knows how long they had kept their dark secret, masquerading as custodians of the Hand of Jude, when in fact, they guarded a damnable relic, the essence of the unholy Ulyaoth, and used it to lure potential victims to their hideous sacrifice. I felt sick, and despite my faith, I felt intense fear and hopelessness. I know that I must escape this place before they suspect my knowledge. I must warn the world and notify the real Inquisition of their presence. Knowing death is just around the corner and fearing every moment, I commit these words to paper. Augustine will find this book. I will remove certain pages and hide them so that all who may follow might discover the truth before it is too late. Still haven't come across a torch. Thought one of those might be popping up sometime soon. Don't ask. Okay, now we have enough evidence. We have to go return to the custodian. We must tell him that horrible things are happening here. And that this place needs to be purged. It needs to be firebombed. think graphically the game still holds up pretty well. It's not amazing, but aesthetically it was done really, really well. The architecture is really nice, the textures are nice, lighting is nice. And again, this started out as an N64 game. There's actually a screenshot of this particular area in N64 edition. Yeah, the Indiana Jones guy made it out okay. Everyone else pretty much just died.
Brother Andrew suspected Augustine all along. I managed to find remnants of his journal, and it all points to Augustine's involvement with a paganistic cult operating inside the cathedral.
Aye, the cathedral's dark secret has been uncovered. I too suspected this, but was too afraid to act. Augustine himself is a heretic.
He has covered his tracks well, claiming that the sacred relic, the Hand of Jude, was stored here. He had those who came to see it murdered. The Hand of Jude never existed.
And with that realization, the trap closes, brother. My days here are numbered. I awoke to find this cruel dagger placed upon my pillow this morn. It can only mean one thing. I know too much, and they are moving to silence me. I can only hope that what little faith I have left is enough to save my soul. Please, take this thing away from me. Its very sight troubles me to no end. May your faith protect thee, Brother Luther, for that's all you have.
Why not leave now, custodian? The front doors are like right below you. Welp. They just, a portal opened, dragged him in like a fucking drive-by, and just threw him into like a fucking nether dimension of hell. And that's it. It's over. He's gone. But, I mean, the thing is, why didn't the dude just leave? Could have left. Hey, Joel. Let's see what we got here. Paul cannot leave the cathedral until his name is cleared and the real murderer has been uncovered. To run away now would be an admission of his guilt. Right, but the custodian could have just walked out the door. He subjected himself to, well, infinite pain and suffering for the rest of eternity. May have been someone else waiting to capture them. Also, a storm is suddenly going on. Yes, you could get hypothermia, I suppose. This dude's just gonna keep dancing. Little guys out of here. Meditation rod. What does this do? It just makes you meditate? Did that do anything? Oh, Sanity. Whoops. Well, that kind of fucked with the no sanity run. Something tells me it won't take long to lose it again. Alright, we've got to do a dispel. So, what is this? Dispel is Nethlek and Redgamore, so you go to new spell, 5. Well, we're gonna do that. Nethlek and Redgamore. Pargon. Okay. Dispel magic. Cast. The custodian was in there. Guys, that was where he was transported to. Lying in a pool of his own blood as the custodian, Paul's only ally in his fight against the darkness. His soul no doubt lingers, fused to the altar on which his life has been taken, watching over him, or watching over his own rapidly cooling corpse. Feeling all hope escape him, Paul's situation is suddenly 1,000 times more desperate than before. Now he is alone. Alone against the darkness. But he's like cut down the middle. So maybe he was there, but by me cutting the statue, I don't know.
Wanting answers to clarify your new position as fugitive, you seek them out, and this is what you find. Tell me, what does a man such as yourself think of when he finds a viper's nest of heresy? When he finds the very source of corruption?
I think of irony. Irony of what you, masquerading as a member of the Inquisition, stand for. And that you stand for evil.
Evil is merely a perspective which no longer concerns me, Luther. You will be executed in the most painful manner imaginable. After we have broken your frail body and mind in the name of our true Lord, Chaturga. Come, my children, feast on this morsel, and let us return to our preparations.
I like how he pets them. Oh, man. They're so cute, though. Fuck that. I'm out. It's gonna take more than 2 pets to stop me. There was another sanity effect that I missed. That was a pretty good one. When I say pretty good one, I mean like really fucking unnerving. I don't think I'll be able to get it now. Because my sanity's a little bit too high. But I'll still just maybe take a look for a sec. How do you get this? You just have to walk into the room and hope that happens? I don't want to spoil my favorite sanity effects because we haven't seen some of them yet. Do I have to walk in from any particular direction? Hey, fella. That guy just appeared out of fucking nowhere. Oh. Finally. Could have got that real early on. Okay, my sanity's pretty low now, so maybe this thing will activate. No, still not. Hey, you want to lower my sanity even more? Dude? No? Okay. Okay. Oh, there's some nice meat up here. Okay. Alright, now we're pretty low. Nope. It should happen now. Hearing weird, like, meat sounds while I'm moving around. Alright. If I go this way, there's a chance it will activate, so... I think it's worth it, but I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Go through the double doors. Nope. Not working. I love this picture. Holy shit, do I love that picture. Nope. I've opened the door so many times and the sanity effect is not triggering. I give up. I give up. You'd think they could get the voice actors to record themselves out of breath rather than just have one stock sound. Every single time. All right. Well, it's a good effect. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's basically the chapel in the future. That's the sanity effect. And if you've never played the game before, when you see it, it's kind of bizarre. But it's sepia tone, and you walk around, and you're like, why is this happening? And you notice things that shouldn't be there. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's weird. This door is decorated more than most within the catacombs. Sensing an evil, or an immense evil behind this door, Paul wonders if the ceremony the monk had mentioned earlier is taking place behind it. Should Paul enter and put an end to the heresy? No. I'm good. It's time to leave. Let's put an end to the heresy, guys. You guys ready?
And Greater Guardian is to guard this place. Do not worry about this worm. His kind yelps in terror at the sight of your mightiness. We will dispose of him ourselves.
If I am to guard this place, then I will do it as I see fit. Be gone. Leave me. And I will guard the artifact as you have instructed.
What do you mean boss battle? You guys expected a boss battle? No, he's now fucking chopped meat. He's fish food now, guys. And that thus ends the story of Paul Luther. He was a good man. He was not a strong man. He was not a fighter. He tried. God, I love that scene. Alright, it's time for me to check out the art, go to bed. Remember, you know, Joel's gonna be doing some Halloween stuff. I'm gonna be doing some Halloween stuff tomorrow as well. And, it's gonna be cool. Got a few things planned that you guys might like. And... yeah, I would say... if I had to guess a time, I am going out tomorrow night, so... I don't know, maybe like 6 p.m. Eastern? Tomorrow isn't tomorrow until I wake up from sleeping. So that's just the way I say it. And Fred's still streaming. He's going for another few hours. He's doing Castlevania, so there's that. You know, something to watch. I think it would be nice to head over there. If you guys are done with this, you know, go over to Fred's channel. And the same can be said, I mean, it'll be easier when the site stuff changes. It'll be easier to see everyone else streaming. Very, very easy. But for now, you can just hop on over at your own convenience. Now, that was your Eternal Darkness for the night. But 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow is when I'll do some Halloween stuff for you guys. Something like that. I'm thinking that'll be a good time. I feel like it's a little early for me, but that'll work best for me tomorrow. God, excuse me. I'm going to like a kind of a semi-costume party thing at a brewery. Brewery. Okay, so we've got some cool art tonight, and I'm going to show you guys the art. Let me throw on something. Okay. So the first thing I have for you, I don't know if I showed this the other day, but I'll just load a bunch of it. Some of it seems familiar. Like this one, the Pickle Avenger did this one. Lieutenant Lolicon did this Tamagotchi Life piece. Zealous Champion did this one. Yep. Neko Mimi 1224. This looks very familiar, which is why I'm not sure I've seen some of these before. Blankenspace did this. It's me as a Costume Quest character. Trick-or-treating. Now I want a hat like that. Blankenspace also did this BRB version. Zandit did a Photoshop of Corvus from Costume Quest 2. It's pretty badass. Moving on. Zimmy Vasquez did this one. That's really good. It's a dopey. One of my new favorite words. My grandfather used to say that word a lot, and for some reason just now I'm picking up on it. It's a good one. He drew this dopey blinking vine shroom. From Sammy was here. This little BRB. From Robodachi Fist, here's Walrus as an actual walrus. From the same person, here's Burger from Tamagotchi Life. From Ryuga, here's Alex Roivas from Eternal Darkness. So that's perfect considering what I just played. From Peke, Pecci. Everything about me, and I forget how to pronounce the name always. Always. He tells me and I forget. P-E-C-C-E. Expand consciousness. From Naz. Here's a Halloween version of her BRB that she made. It started out as an offline image. And again, if anyone wants to make an offline image with the Vine Shroom theme, please, I have a few ideas on how it might look good. But yeah, 2 versions of the same drawing, and I think both of them are really cool. Yes, this is Sonic the Hedgehog. I was gonna say Sonic the Music. Sonic the Musical. From Robodachi Fist. Here's a Vine Shroom Pumpkin. This is the second one we've seen so far. It's really cool. From Liz Aurora. Liz Aurora's got a really interesting art style. And I have to say, it fits the creepiness. The creepiness is really just... The art style is meant for this kind of shit. This is a great BRB. From Tech Niju, Vappy Vaps. I guess this is Vappy's channel. He's advertising, which is fine. I don't mind. From Ryusha. Oh, here's some art for Fred, actually. Yeah, that's something that's gonna be a little bit weird as we move on. Whose art is which? I mean, I can just look. You know, if it's tagged Fred, obviously that's not my art. But still, from Ryusha, it's a nice piece of art. It's Dracula. It's Halloween related. It's a comic. I don't know the reference, so I won't even attempt it. From Timote LSD. Here's Belegda Pirates Heroine. From Exoanthrope. It's a little 24-hour stream thing. From Timote LSD, here's Carl knocking about in Smash Brothers 3DS. From Etu Per Se, here's the Vine Shroom spreading its spores. It's weird. I like it a lot, though. It's really good. From Shiny Spyro, here's another advertisement for Fred's 24-hour Castlevania stream, of which it's coming to an end soon, I believe. It's a hell of an accomplishment, if you ask me. So I showed you guys this earlier from Woe262. The GIF obviously goes really slow, but you saw the BRB. Here it is in its full speed glory. Whoa, did I say 282? I meant 262. I'm never gonna get those goddamn numbers right. My brain just keeps saying them differently. And here's just what I opened with from the same person. From Cold Lord, here's me as an anteater. Many times, not just once or twice, but 4 times am I an anteater in this picture. So, from Toasterman 3000, here's a little doodle in one's notebook. What are your notes? Did you do this in school? Focus on your studies, man. From Dakota Spine. Persona. I guess that's Costume Quest 2 clown art. From T-Owl. Here's a Vinesauce mushroom under the crescent moon. Which is actually an old song of mine that I never finished. Under the Crescent Moon was the name of it. It's kind of semi-influenced by the Echo and the Bunnymen song, Killing Moon. But more acoustic, and... It was an E minor. If anyone plays guitar, you know, E minor is like easy mode when you're writing dark-sounding songs. But nice piece of art, T-Owl, and BRB version, which I will definitely use. Very good Halloween piece. From Peepap Waluigi. Oh god, this was me eating Pop Rocks earlier. I like how it looks like I have 2 mouths. And the bottom mouth is like smiling and ultra happy. But yeah, this was me earlier. If you missed it, I ate Pop Rocks live on stream, and it was a mess. From Kasuzel, another Vine Shroom jack-o'-lantern, but except this one's drawn. Put that in the BRB folder. From Cantaloupe, have a very yappy Halloween. From Mantarock, it's a nice greeting card. It's like perfect for a postcard. Thanks, Cantaloupe. From Peepap Waluigi, a sleeping black Vine Shroom. From T-Owl, come to the town square. Would anyone want to yappy? From Varnus, I don't know how to be a shark. Neither does anyone. Neither does anyone. From Morugo, that's cool. That is really cool. That's, I don't need to tell you what this is, but I will anyway. It's Five Nights at Freddy's, except Vinesaucerized. The style is perfect for the Vine Shroom. Seriously, that's a hell of a thing that you did there, Morugo. And I like that a lot. That's my opener tomorrow. From T-Owl, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, except with Elder Gods summoning creatures. Beautiful. From T-Owl, Mantarock growing a Vine Shroom out of one's head. From T-Owl, here's, well, I don't need to explain. It's a T-Owl. From Zealous Champion, Vinesauce, we kill sharks. I can't draw. Don't be so hard on yourself. Anyway, listen, I'm going to end with this one tonight. And thank you, everyone, for the great art. Loved it. And thank you for sticking around. Thank you for sticking with us. And for, you know, continuing to hang out on the stream, as always. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know, there's going to be some cool Halloween stuff going on tomorrow. So I'll be around for that. And like I said, there's Joel's going to be doing some stuff. Probably more too. But if you don't show up tomorrow, I wish everyone a happy Halloween now. And stay safe. And, you know, if you go out trick-or-treating, I guess there's young enough people here to do that. So be safe if you do that. And if you're old enough to drink and you go out to a Halloween party and drink, don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. And even if you are drinking and you're like really drunk at a Halloween party, just, you know, be careful. Because, you know, people do some stupid things when they get drunk. So just be careful and behave. And you'll, you know, have a safe holiday. I'm trying to look out for everyone now. But in a way, I kind of wish I had that when I was younger. Because, you know, you make mistakes. And you do stupid things. And like I said, it's fun to go out and do stupid shit in costume. But I've seen people get themselves into trouble on Halloween. I've always been kind of careful, but I've also made some dumb mistakes when it came to drinking. So just don't do that. You know, just if you drink, just let someone drive you home, crash at the place, do what you got to do, avoid driving. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'm done preaching. But again, enjoy yourselves and have a great night, everyone. See ya.